Сейчас. Ну что ты
Я
так
тебе
прижимаешься?
обмазала маслом живот нечаянно.
Да нет.
Молоко хочу.
Давай.
Меня интересует. Что, курица?
Что?
С лучшим запахом.
Лучший запах это черешня. Генделя тоже покупает.
А я думаю, я люблю
Нет,
цитрусовые.
манго еще, манго очень вкусный.
А я люблю цитрусовые.
По 700 рублей. Сегодня у нас акция.
Это ты продаешь?
Да.
Да ладно, Зору, чем это я
Зора,
тебя
привет!
обидела?
Зора, привет! Как дела?
Ну-ка, скажи мне.
Там где-то госпожа спрашивает, можешь быть?
Да, Максим, могу быть госпожой. Как твоя госпожа, я тебе приказываю, подари мне дракона.
Мне тоже можно дракона. Спасибо, Зора.
Чем я его обидела, я не могу понять. Я вообще пошла подметать, он мне говорит, что я его обидела.
Хай. Она звезда, видишь?
Молодец. У меня тоже, видишь?
Вот стоит 18
тысяч.
Спасибо, Зоро.
Thank you, I know I'm fine. What about you? Я хорошо по твоим.
Thank you.
Кажется, она больше меня сегодня сделает. Thank you. Буду плакать. My dick is deep. My dick is big. My dick is very big. My dick is big. Is big. My dick is very big. My dick is big. Is big. My dick is very big.
Ой, гадость поет Наташка.
Your dick is big. Is big. Your dick is very big. Your dick is big. Is big. Your dick is very big. My boobs is big. Is big. My boobs is very big.
У меня вообще нет. Без неречки не делать ничего.
У тебя, в принципе, нет. Меня бесит, что видно мою руку. Привет, все хорошо, как у тебя дела?
Как у вас дела? Мне нравится.
Тебе нравится мой локоть? На что похоже?
На какой мне был ключевой?
И с жопой. Я чувствую чернее тебя в 3 раза.
Сейчас.
Чего, Димон? Демон. Ага, спасибо. Что ты делаешь? Член?
У нас дела хорошо. Я не хочу тут.
Thank you.
Спасибо, не нужно. А ты крошки здесь?
Мне сделаешь? И дай сосиску. Спасибо.
Тебе кофе или что?
Кофе давай. Давно кофе не пила. Спасибо. Thank you. Я видела зайка и сказала спасибо.
Спасибо. Что?
Говорят, что ты накачала. Ребят, зайдите ко мне в Инстаграм. Посмотрите новое видео.
Нет, не
ну вот там прям
не
видно,
но
что...
я отходила же.
Что этот? Что не накачала? My look is better.
Что?
Thank you. Дай-то я читаю себя.
О, а Алина живая?
I know, this is my Instagram.
Не знаешь?
Не знаю.
Странно. Танцует. Ну давайте знакомиться. Меня Настя зовут.
See my new move Instagram who say me it's what is fake. I'm как это сказать? Give new movie for Instagram, special for my fans. This so hot movie. Go Instagram.
Мне 19 лет. Да иди ты в нахрен, дебил какой-то. Дурак.
Да пусть у меня запечатала и все.
Да он задолбал, он все время пишет. Гадости какие-то не связанные. Нет, админом не сделала.
Конечно, балую фанов своих, я же их люблю. My Instagram name, you know, see? My biggest dick, your biggest dick is dick. No, your dick is big, your dick is very big, your dick is big, your dick is very big. Идите в Инстаграм и смотрите там посильней. Откройте. Вот это вот!
О боже.
Ты слышала? И шлепа.
Сделай у меня так. На телефон, сразу смотри!
Тихо. Ты потише хлопай. Да не надо нахлопывать мелодию, просто хлопай. Теперь хлопай дальше.
Больно мне уже хлопать вообще-то.
А мне здесь не больно?
Рука красная.
Сосок вылез.
Сосок у меня нет.
Покажи, пожалуйста, свой милый животик.
Вот вам мой милый животик. Такая я худая. О, привет.
Это мой милый животик, если что. Здорово, пацаны.
Гляньте, какая я модель. Боже мой.
Так.
Ой, это мне. Сейчас. Ну, что ты
Я
так
тебе
прижимаешься?
обмазала маслом живот нечаянно.
Да нет.
Молоко хочу.
Давай. Ай, ну вот ты хочешь. У нас есть.
Можно я болюсь молоком?
Что ты лгешь, Супер ТВ? А нас не видно все равно, у нас тут вещи висят. Обольешься молоком можно.
Давай.
Оно же холодное. О, фу-фу-фу! Смерть какая-то. Сделай мне так тоже.
Правда?
Не мне, себе, на моей. Давай, делай. Подожди.
Да пускай будет.
Да, отвратительно. Давай, давай быстрее же. Эй. Боже. Что, не понравилось это тебе?
Мне нравится.
Сделай мне еще так.
Пошла в жопу.
Пожалуйста.
Мне нужно что-то выделиться. Черной кофтой, например.
Ну, хоть не моей.
Все, пацаны.
Не липкая. В принципе.
Но молоко ж не сладкое.
А. Сделай, как будто ты в замедленной съемке. Шевелись.
Видела, как я умею? Смотри, я могу наливать на губу на верхнюю и выливать это вниз.
Носом выпьешь.
Тихо.
Творожно какое-то.
Первый раз попала, второй раз промазала чуть-чуть.
Боже. Мне кажется, если я так сделала, я захлебнулась. Привет.
Ну я ж не километр,
Блядь! Не километр, оно не так не измеряется.
литр.
Хочу корову подоить.
Привет, поможешь мне разбанить ак?
Привет.
Каким образом?
За деньги.
Я не если. Вам не нужно
А
взять, у меня
вы-
нету ребенка.
Здравствуйте, есть компания Reflame. Предоставляю вам новую продукцию нашу. Вау! Как это так у тебя выходит? Фу. Вот так. Боже.
Опа, где? Если молоко, давай о чем подумали?
А что ты сказала?
Опыт, нет.
Опыт? Опыт! Опыт? А, опыт. Опыт?
Ну да, молоко пить.
Ты носом выпьешь сейчас. О, ну у тебя так зубы смешно заливаются. А сможешь носом попить? А может не оставишь на хлопушке молока?
Купим потом.
Ну, с денег нет.
Найдем. Извините, у меня тут веселый.
Может еще что-нибудь вылежь на себя? Масло подсолнечное.
Масло подсолнечное.
Польешь? Ты будешь блестеть. Или этот
Бозон! No.
томат,
You think it's better?
кетчуп.
Боже, you don't see?
Мой, конечно, я с таким родилась. Ты вот что сделала? А где швабра? Зачем помыла на пол молоком?
Хочу.
Можешь ногу убрать, я помою?
Окей, давай. Thank you, Бозо. Жалко. Dirty.
Жалко,
Yeah.
могла бы слезать. Спасибо, Алексей.
Нет, в бутылке было удобней.
У тебя Ай, блин, больно. На ноге тоже молоко тебе помыть. Не капай, пожалуйста. Давайте сиськи шваброй помоем. Не помещается.
Помещается. С другой стороны, может
Попробуй
быть...
вот это.
Ого.
Ой, я хочу так водку попить. Туда, козырем. Я видела видео много.
Я бы не смогла, я бы обрывалась.
А у нас нет рюмки? А?
Бозо. Нет.
А ничего похожего на рюмку тоже нет? Оля, смотри.
I can't.
Кент, это кто?
Не могу.
А, не могу. Привет. У меня аж голова заболела. Зачем ты это делаешь? Не разлей только.
Thank you, Боза. Потому что мне так удобней.
Полей тоже у меня чуть-чуть. Оставь. Можно только без звука?
Нет.
Ну, хоть не на пол. Спасибо.
Ну да, все у меня в сиськах вот тут собирается.
Молоко плохо пахнет.
После такого я не очень пахну, знаешь?
Ну да. Она не прокисшая? Ты его хоть попадет.
Не прокишаем.
О, а когда ты будешь беременна, у тебя же будет молоко в сиськах?
Да.
А ты сможешь его сама пить? Вот так, не дотянешься?
Не знаю, я что не была беременна.
Ну ты попробуй. Целовать ты их можешь, а это...
Ну я вот тут целую. Вот тут.
Но они же еще больше станут, может, ты сможешь их вот так поднять. Ай. Ой.
Они намного больше не станут. Большие груди не сильно вырастают во время беременности.
А маленькие? А если вообще нет?
Thank you, Бозо.
Молока не будет. А ты пила когда-нибудь грудное молоко? Ну, в детстве не считать тоже, да, что так списывалось? О, 8200. Все хорошо, как у тебя дела? А почему она ее смешит это? Она странная. У меня проблемы.
Какие?
У меня как будто грязное лицо.
Может, у тебя грязное лицо? Можно было кофе в молоко налить.
Кофе в молоко?
Ну, молоко в кофе.
Попробуй теперь кофе так попить.
Нет.
Кепчук. У меня тоже спишется, что ли, или я уже спросила. А,
Может, с майки выдавить?
я могу со швабры.
Сашок, отличная идея. Ты зависла, у тебя бы и час завис. Притом, то чувство, когда она понимает, что ее наебывают, то все равно ведется.
Это не я такая, это жизнь такая. Можно я вытру твои руки? Полотенца нет.
Вытирай, ладно.
О, Настюха, привет, мы только вот вспоминали тебя недавно. Где полотенце? Стирается?
Стирается,
А
да.
второе, привет, Алексей.
И второе,
Настюха ушла, я, может, кажется, правда, не работает.
белое полотенце можешь повесить. Оно у меня в комнате.
Как луком горелым пахнет.
Это твоя писька заполняет. Извините, я пройду.
У вас мусору на подзарядке?
Мусру? Мусру всегда на
Привет.
подзарядке.
Кто?
Мусру.
Ты что?
Вот так сделала.
О, голая, как будто ты. А зачем ты их вот так вытаскиваешь?
Я их не вытаскиваю.
Ну вот так ты их делаешь.
Потому что, блядь, так красивее, Настя, тупишь.
Ну я откуда знаю?
Почему ты носки в лифчик суешь?
Я не сосу, это когда ты меня заставляешь.
Да ладно. Я заставляю.
Один раз так сделай, только что ты мне сказала. И я их вытащила, потому что ничего не меняется.
Эй, о, Буся, я 100 лет тебя не видела. Малышка, ты куда пропала? Привет.
Мне кожа этого пропадает из-за кольца.
Я тебе говорю, это либо из-за воды, либо не знаю. Да я тебя вообще 100 лет не видела.
Может, на мне какая-нибудь...
My unicorn, I'm... Wait. This my unicorn. Вот,
Постиранный?
да.
2 штуки. О, когда мы будем их носить?
Ты никогда. Когда ты себе купишь, тогда будешь носить.
Ну их же 2.
И чё? И обувь ты на жопе порвала.
В смысле я?
Ой, один я, ладно. Бусечка, спасибо. Maybe tomorrow. I'm the unicorn, okay. My English, sorry.
Что, Супер ТВ?
Thank you.
Хорошо, Зоя, как у тебя?
Иван, без тебя,
Здорово, помогай.
без тебя.
Представляешь?
Представляешь,
Обед выгорает. Лу.
не помешай.
Ну, помешаю.
Помешиваешь?
У меня какой-то акцент появляется странный.
Я хочу молока. I want milk. So maybe like tomorrow.
А
Who?
почему?
Me or you?
Почему? Можно вопрос задать?
Чё?
Тебя называют Ой,
Thank you.
молочный завод. Иногда.
Спроси у них. Milk Factory.
Milk Factory.
Ну да, Milk Factory это молочный завод. Milk Factory. Me. Oh, you? I think you give me dragon.
Что? Ну, что-то хотела
Что ты меня бьешь?
Нет, я тебя обнимаю.
Ты меня ударила ногой еще раз. Очень красиво, я выгляжу.
Да, Аня. Ты чего? Подавишь сейчас? Не надо. Плюй на меня. Хочешь? Ты что, дура? Мы не ругаемся, дура. Прости, Наташа, не пей. Я помою полы, отойди. Отойди, пожалуйста.
Вот. I'm kidding. Joke.
Ой,
Joke.
блин.
Just joke.
Я тебя что, поломойка, что ли? Ты знаешь, что кофе потом липнет?
Да.
Ну вот,
А я
зачем
тебя
ты-
учила, как мыть полы, чтоб не липло.
А нету.
А где?
Стоит.
Так есть в другой комнате просто.
Но я туда не пойду.
Who's the cleaning lady? It's my sister. My cleaning
А
lady.
второй почему ты не закинула?
Ты my cleaning lady?
Кто? Нет.
Почему?
А кто это?
Уборщица.
А ты мой этот.
I'm daddy. She cleaning lady. Sugar daddy. Сладкий папочка.
Нет. Есть. Можно.
Сахарный папочка.
Да.
Cleaning lady. Yeah. This my cleaning lady.
Мои тапочки. Ой, спасибо, Зора. Красивые, правда? Это мне мама купила. Мура, что?
Давай сюда ты, Настя.
Ой, у меня что, интернет пропал? Что это значит надпись?
Не знаю, я не вижу вообще-то.
Sense your connect. Не вижу. Ну вот.
Да, у тебя плохой интернет, он говорит.
Как это?
Лук горит, блядь.
I'm just always drinking water. I don't know what to say. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Tuesday morning. Had to think of the day then. My first commenter is Leamspink. What an awesome name. Just wanted to hop on and ask how you're all doing, what you've been up to at the weekend, and welcome you all to Tuesday morning. exciting times, exciting times. The world is gradually coming out of lockdown. It has been announced in the UK that schools will not reopen before summer for all of the children. I know, like, literally parents have been going batshit right now, trying to juggle childcare and working. I'm also a single mum, so I have 2 children. I work from home full time. And I am studying 2 courses at the moment as well. So it has been like really, really interesting to juggle that kind of mentality of normally having time to focus and have silence, to be in that study environment or your workspace, to then have like toy cars everywhere and dogs jumping around, you know, not having that time to switch off and just focus on one thing. So it's definitely been really exciting. Doing all these things at once, it's shown me that I was far more capable than I ever believed possible before, when with multitasking and just dealing and adjusting to obstacles that come in your path, but in a way that's really good, because we never really would have ever been addressed with a way to push ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally like we have done now. So if we can deal with this, we can deal with anything, it is safe to say. One fact that really did surprise me, though, that I actually just saw this morning, and I'll try and get these figures round the right way. They have said that in the UK, because of coronavirus, there have been 52,000 deaths from coronavirus or COVID-19. These are actually people who happen to die whilst having corona, but the majority of those were very elderly, had low immune systems, and had underlying health issues. So of that, they may have also died of natural causes, but happen to have the coronavirus at the same time, which is in effect the same as having a common cold. You think every year, how often do you get sick? You know, like you could die at any point with a cold anyway. That's not anything out of the ordinary by a long stretch. So 53,000 people in the UK have died because of coronavirus, but then they call excess deaths. And these are people that have died not because they've caught coronavirus, but because coronavirus has happened. So it could be a cancer patient that has had their treatment deferred. It could be somebody that had a stroke but didn't receive medical support and therefore died because there are no ambulances available or no appointments at hospitals and things. It could be somebody that's committed suicide because they've lost their home and their job and their livelihood. It could be somebody that just was too scared to go to a doctor or a hospital to seek medical support and has lost their life. So they're saying there's around 63,000 excess deaths because of coronavirus. So they haven't caught corona necessarily, but they have died because the country was dealing with something else. So it's kind of like dealing with one thing, but then everything else is going crazy, and you just focus on that, and then you then have to pick up the pieces on the rest of the world. So that in itself is really shocking. It has far exceeded the people that have died with coronavirus, not from coronavirus. So those figures, I think, kind of speak volumes to me personally. I don't know what you guys think about it, that actually it's had this massive impact, not just on the economy and people's state of mind, wellness and health and fitness, but actually mental health is a massive thing. People are actually being less active, less healthy, more stressed out, more worried, struggling to sleep, struggling to deal with life, losing careers, losing family businesses, losing livelihoods, losing homes. And I'm sure those figures will continue to rise for excess deaths because of coronavirus. The way they come to these figures is to measure, you know, an average of this time last year, this time the year before, this time the year before that, to take an average scale of how many deaths there are on a daily basis anyway. So they have taken this as an average, pitted against similar years, to then say these are how many extra people died. And that's what's so shocking. This impact is going to be massive on the economy for so many years to come, certainly affecting the education of the youth of today, and then looking at raising taxes and reclaiming the money they have spent on this, which is ridiculous. Somebody says, I'm in a weird mood, how to control this. So obviously, you know, it's a really unstable time. I think regardless of where you are in the world, it hasn't been easy for anyone. So I think, first of all, we need to address that. We need to say this is something that is scary, that is uncertain, that we don't actually truly know is real, that we don't have enough information that we require. There hasn't been enough research. You know, there's lots of all these different aspects that are left out of the picture. So we're asked to make a decision on you know, guidelines that we follow and ways that we change our lives, and to have faith in our leadership, our government, and what the rest of the world is doing. But actually, it's kind of like trying to do a puzzle without the picture of what the puzzle should look like. So you're just putting pieces here and there. Is it working? Is it failing? Have we saved some lives? But at the same time, far more people have died from being neglected. People are starving. People are homeless. There's all of these issues going on. And I get that you cannot please all of the people all the time. It's simply not possible. So, you know, from the get-go, you are always going to lose lives. That's a given. But at the same time, you have to look at how is the best way to preserve life, and livelihood and mental health. So when people are panicking, when this is all going on and we feel like perhaps we've been lied to, perhaps we've been kept in the dark, perhaps we do not have all of the information we need to make a safe decision on whether we should live our lives in a certain way or lose everything we've ever worked for. Because I think that is a very big ask to say to somebody that has spent years building up a livelihood, a home, a family, to suddenly say, lose it all, and then you're going to get taxed to the hills and back to try and get some of that back, but you probably won't have anything near what you had for another 5 or 10 years from what was normal a few months ago, you know. So yeah, I think the first way to deal with this is to go, wow, okay, this is insane. We go through lots of different ranges of emotions. So it's kind of a grieving process. And it happens the same whether somebody dies, whether you break up in a relationship, whether you lose a family pet that had long since been very elderly, whether you get fired from a job, anything that happens in your life that you feel out of your comfort zone, you will go through this same process. And the process may begin with shock and denial, where you say, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. That's a completely normal feeling to have. So do not worry that you are feeling that way. It's good to let that emotion out and to talk about your concerns. You might come in at that point in the process, or you might come in at a positive point in the process. You might say, do you know what? This is good. Yeah, I'm ready for this. I needed change. What was happening wasn't acceptable. So now, yeah, this could be a really good thing for us. So you can either panic and be in denial, or you can be really happy and say, I'm in a great place about this. Come on, let's do this. And then that can change slightly. And then you might feel, I'm going to reminisce on how it was before. I'm going to say, I really miss my old life. I really miss what I was used to, my routines, my hobbies, my relationships, and my friends and family. I feel isolated. I feel scared. Oh my God, it was so much better then. It's so horrible now. That's a normal process to go through. Then you might make peace with it. And you might say, actually, do you know what? I freaked out. I reminisced. But now I feel that I've kind of thought it through. I've got like a little bit of closure. I'm okay. Yeah, this is all right. I can be okay. Like now I've kind of weighed it up, the pros and cons, you know, I'm fine. And then after that, you might get really excited. You might say, yeah, new beginning, new life, you know, new home, new job, new car, new partner, new anything and everything. And you might feel really good again. And then you could feel that way for a day, a week, a month. And then the next thing comes on and you're like, oh, but I really do miss what I had before. And what about my future? Like, what do I do now? You know, how will I pay my bills? Or what will I do for work? Oh my God. Or, oh, will I ever meet someone new? Oh, I'm going to be on my own. I'm going to be lonely and broken and unloved and sad and everything around me is falling to pieces. You know, then you have that feeling and then you go back to being in denial. This isn't happening to me. I can't cope with this. Oh my God. And then you go back into being excited. Well, actually, yeah, I didn't like it. It has to change. And you just go round and round and round that cycle. It's okay to go through a whole roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute you might be really okay. You find a routine. You're like, okay, I've got used to this change. I'm doing it. I'm loving it. And then add 4 months to it. And then you're like, I hate it. I want my old routine back. And then you're like, no, new routine, old routine, new routine. It's absolutely fine to feel that way, guys. Like, don't expect to just be okay or to be not okay. This is transient. It will constantly change. It can go through the whole cycle 100 times before you then stay on one of those emotions. But the good thing is that you are not alone. Everybody goes through this. And in going through it, you are healing, you are understanding, you are bringing perspective and clarity to your thoughts and emotions. So yeah, when quarantine first happened, I was supposed to be going to the Maldives on holiday, had my suitcases booked, went and had my nails done, had a pedicure. I was like, woo, feeling good, looking forward to the 2020. It's the best year ever. Wow, live my best life. And then, yeah, they were like, no, your flight's cancelled because someone's got a cold. And I was like, okay, so do we just delay it a week? This is inconvenient. How will I get time off work? Then it was like, okay, you might not be able to go this month. And then it was, hey, all flights in the world are grounded for a year. So, you know, that constantly shifts. But as it does, our mindset and mentality has to shift. Because if you dwell on one single point, if you are trapped in the past, you cannot exist in the present and you do not have a future. So look at it for where you are right now and say, I am alive, I am okay, and I can get through this. You know, you can feel helpless at times. You can feel totally kick-ass in control at other times. It's okay. It's human. You know, I guess even dogs probably feel that way. They probably sit there playing with a bone. You know, they chew the bone and then they hurt their tooth. They go, I bit the bone. And then they're sad and they're like, the bone hurt me. And then they're like, chewing my bone again. So allow those thoughts and feelings to come through. Allow yourself to express them rather than bottling them up. Talk to people around you, communicate, keep that connection, whether you video call people, whether you are able to socially distance from people, where you meet up with friends, because I know that's happening around the world. Bad connection. Tony says, I am trapped in the future. This is another thing that also is one of my pet peeves. A lot of people live their lives for the weekend. You know, Monday to Friday, they're like, oh, I'm working. I hate what I'm doing. I hate having to work and it doesn't make me happy. And then they're like, but Friday night, I can go out and get drunk. Saturday night, I can see my friends. Woohoo. You know, and it's fine to do that. It's good to have something to look forward to. It's good to be able to say, I really want to go and do this at the weekend, you know. But look at where you are today, because the weekend might never happen. You know, you get hit by a meteor and explode tomorrow. You'd have no warning or no anyway, so why worry about it? But you are alive right now. You are in this moment. You exist only in this moment. A second's already passed, that's gone. 2 seconds have passed, that's gone. What I just said now has just gone. That will never come back. So don't dwell on that because it's done with. Look at the future and say, I would like to do this. I aspire to do this. I have set goals for this. But don't let that overshadow what you are doing right now, because you are alive now. The future hasn't happened. Your plans may never come through, but you can work at them consistently and put power and energy and effort into them, dedication. You know, you can always move a step forward and progress in life, but it does not guarantee that you will have tomorrow, that you will have that future that you say, I want to be a millionaire, and when I'm a millionaire, I'll be happy. When I get this car, I'll be happy. When I meet the girl of my dreams, I'll be happy. What you should be saying is, I'm alive. I woke up today. I am here right now and I can do anything I want to do. So don't live in the past. Don't lose yourself fantasizing over the future. Be in the present. Be thankful and grateful for what you have. And if you are living for the weekend, if you are saying, oh God, it's Monday again, I've got to go to work, oh God, I've got to do this as well, then realize that your present is not where it needs to be. So work on that. Say, my job doesn't fulfill me, so I will change my job. My relationship doesn't fulfill me, so I will leave this relationship. Where I'm living is really disgusting and scary, so I'm going to move somewhere better and healthier and happier. The food I'm eating makes me feel fat and tired. I will eat healthy food. I will do healthy things. I will switch wasting time for utilizing my time. I will make positive plans that I aim towards my goals and my achievements, and I will constantly take steps. I will get there in my own time. I may never get to exactly where I want to be, but as long as I keep moving forwards, I'm on the right path. Somebody just said your TikTok videos with your daughter are brilliant. Thank you. Yes, my daughter is absolutely obsessed with TikTok. I think that's just what kids do these days. I can't dance to save my life. I'm like 2 left feet. And she's like, Mom, let me teach you all of these routines and all the things that people do, which is really random because, you know, when I grew up, people never did that. And she's like roping me into doing lots of TikTok videos. I think we've already done about 5 or 6 now. We've done loads. It is quite fun. But then at the same time, I'm like clumsy as anything. I'm like going at the wrong time towards her. And she's like, Mom, this is how you do it. I'm like, all right, give me 5 minutes just to learn that and repeat it really slowly. So I'm sure most people are like that. Somebody just said something about the media. What do you want to hear about the media? Are you trying to tell us not to let the media control you? Oh my God. This is the problem. This is why I love social media. The media is obviously owned and controlled by a higher body who then allows or disallows what you are shown, what you can see. And normally you find when something big is going on in the media, there is something that is trying to be hidden. So they will say, hey, look at this, the celebrity is broken up with her husband. But here there's a politician that's just been caught for fraud. You know, they will smokescreen and distract you. And I think, you know, that's always been the case. You look at even during wars and things, the propaganda that was put out there to intimidate and influence and sway people's opinion. I have 2 children, somebody's just asked. My daughter is 12 and my son is 8. So yeah, the media has always had an agenda, unless it is unbiased. I mean, what in this world is unbiased? Everybody has their opinion and their beliefs, and then they will speak from that opinion and belief. So ultimately, unless you know everything about everything there is to know, you cannot then give a fully informed, justified opinion. And even then, you know, you're capable of being wrong. A lot of people like to think that they're constantly right. I like to think I'm just human. These are my thoughts and feelings. Whether you agree or disagree, compliment or contrast them, I welcome open discussion. So what I really do enjoy, I work in media. I have been a journalist, I'm a journalist. I'm also a social influencer, and I write for different companies in marketing and media and create online content. I like the human approach. I like the real person approach, where you can actually say, that's not airbrushed in a magazine with lash inserts telling you you're going to have amazing eyelashes if you put on this mascara that literally just makes your eyelashes look black. You know, that is obviously them mis-selling you something, saying to you, if you use this piece of mascara, you will have massive lashes, which are very obviously fake lashes, but they're allowed to do that. You know, they've cracked down more so on false advertising, and that's great. I mean, before it was ridiculous. They used to promote cigarettes as being healthy for you, and it's killed billions of people for so many years, but you know, that's just their agenda. So when you look at social media, you see real people, you see real humans. And something that I particularly enjoy is being able to say, well, this is what it's like for me. What is the same thing like for you? And that gives me perspective. That gives me the whole picture. You know, because I could say to you, oh, I love drinking water and drinking it. I feel really good and it's good to be hydrated. I have fitness education behind that to be able to tell you all the reasons why this water is good for you to drink. But you could drink it and say, oh, when I drink water, I feel really, I want to be sick. Like I need to eat food. I really don't get on with water. That's not to say what's right or wrong. It's to say, this works for me. How does it work for you? Tell me your opinion of this. So social influencing, as long as you don't get sold out by something that is completely against you just for the sake of money, which I think is ridiculous, as long as you are true to yourself, as long as you share your honest opinion and you are open to the opinions of others, then that is what is most important. If you pick up a newspaper, read what you see and think that it is gospel, that is the whole and total truth, you are very much mistaken. You need to see every part of that, every opposing angle, thought and feeling, and then make up your mind. Somebody says, can we get the elephant out of the room? Can we have a naughty question and answer on Instagram Live? Instagram really don't like naughty things, do they? Yeah, it's one of those things. I have done many question and answers on my YouTube channel. If you type in on YouTube Tracy Kiss Q&A, I've gone in on questions because I am quite outspoken. I don't easily get embarrassed. Things are embarrassing to talk about, but I'm like, meh, we all think the same way. Why not be honest? I speak on social media as I would to my friends and family. Like when you go to tell a joke, but you're like, oh, look, just make sure I don't offend anyone. I'm just like, no, I'm going to tell the joke. So yeah, that's just something that I've always been that way. I've been raised that way. Been born in the 80s, before social media existed. Everybody was just honest. You didn't please or offend. You were just nice people being honest. So I've continued to kind of stay with that mindset throughout my life. So he said, I've already watched all of it. Well, there you go. You know my deepest, darkest secrets. Somebody has been racist, which is disgusting. Please delete yourself and unfollow me, because I will do so for you. Actually, do you know what, guys? There is a racist on my feed talking about harming people of different ethnicities. So I'm going to go and block him now. Report comment as abusive content. There we go. Hate speech from a racist on my feed. Let's hope you get removed. You've just been reported to Instagram. Please change your life choices. Yes, I am from the UK. I'm in the southeast of England, just north of London on the outskirts, in the countryside, thank goodness. Somebody says, love from India. Hello, welcome guys from wherever you are in the world. Somebody says, I wish you could be my stepmom. I think you've seen one too many videos. So he says, how are you? I'm very well, thank you guys. How are you today? Are you focused? Are you feeling good? It's Tuesday morning. It's 11 a.m. Not really the morning anymore. Almost lunchtime. So he says, pull a funny face. I mean, I don't even have to try and it's already funny. So what are you guys doing this week? How are you feeling about how we're progressing through quarantine? How are you coping emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually? What is it that is keeping you getting through this time, or alternatively not getting through this time? I'm actually doing some yoga in a moment. I'm studying for my yoga qualifications to help people to meditate, unwind, de-stress and be more in touch with themselves. So he says, I'm from India. I love you so much. I wish I was your boyfriend, a beautiful girl like you. Ah, thank you. I do not respond to racists, so I will not read out those comments. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining today. I hope that I have given some words that might bring you comfort, to make you realise that you are not alone. If you are struggling, then please talk about it. Please open up. If you are a racist, like the guy on the feed, please reevaluate your life. And if you have nothing to say about ethnic minorities that is good, then do not say anything at all. And please do not darken this world with your hatred and cruelty. We can all be responsible for our own actions. It's not hard to do that. It's not hard to be a good person. And I think a lot of people feel that they can't be themselves in this world, that they will be judged unfairly, or that they will be, not accepted for being who they are. But ultimately, if you are yourself, the right people will be around you. And if you are a fake version of yourself, or you pretend to be something different to please others, the wrong people will be around you. So you can live a life of happiness and purity and wholehearted authenticity, or you can just be what you think you're supposed to be and never know who you are, and nobody really accepts you for being what you're not. They just kind of feel like you're all right and you feel like they're all right, but it's all based on crumbling foundations. So really find that confidence, find that belief and ability in yourself first, and then that way you will be able to then interact more organically and authentically with others. So he says, you're more beautiful than Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner. I don't know about that. I think everybody is individual. I think just being happy in your skin, whatever you have to do to find happiness, is what's important. Some people at 100 look adorable and lovely, and they look like they're 100 years old. Other people, like Hollywood actresses, can be like 60 or 70 and they look like they're 40 because they've had like facelifts and they're really glamorous. And you're like, wow, she looks incredible for her age. But you also know that they've had things done. It's when people are honest about that rather than, dishonest. I think that's where the issue lies. I always talk openly and honestly about everything that I do because I find it really exciting anyway, and informative. And then if I can help other people to find that same kind of security and safety in what they do rather than not being informed, trying something dangerous or trying something unhealthy, yo-yoing with weight or having something botched, you can prevent people from suffering, So share your experiences, be kind to others, put good energy out into the world, and that will come back on you, no doubt. So I just want to really thank you guys for joining me today. I'm just looking up the guy's name that I need to block. Okay, awesome. And I hope you're well. I hope you're kind to others, and I will see you all soon.
هاي يا حلوين. غرامي 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 شيء اسمه كارستاس. غرامي. تعال خبطنا شي. خمات هاي الضغط شوي كتير غير على وجهي هيك. احسن. اليوم اسمعوا ركزوا. في واحد كنت احكي معه كتير من زمان، هيدا اللي بتكون طولت كتير معه كنت احكي معه. انا عيدي انتي ب 12/10، هو حافظ عيدي بعد كم يوم يعني ب 12/10. صار لي قد مش حكيته. انت اليوم حكيته، قلت له هاي كيفك؟ ليك عيدي ب 12/10. قبلك شو بيبعت لي فيديو مش عم شوفه ولا عم بعرف كيف في ظروفه عينه تسلم لي عينه ناس الغرام اللي بينه وبينه الحال عليك. ليه؟ لأنه عيدي مو بعرف 12/10 وأنا لأنه حكيته عم بعتلي كيف اشتقت. ماشي بعد ما زبطته ما عم لحق، بوعى مأخرة ولا عم روح لعند دكتوري. بدي يطول شعري بس مسحت اكستنشن شعر راسي بيجاني. والله سؤال حلو. جاوبي. اليوم نحنا شو خالته هيك صغير. يلا باي. هيك. مصطفى قول لهم هاي.
لا انا قلت على
لايكو هون الكابي. لايكو نحن بنلبس كابي بس نحن اصليين. لايكو الكابي. لايكو لايكو لايكو. لا بس شو رح تعطينا عيدة؟ 12/10 عيدة. ليك اذا ما بتعطيني هلا كادو بدي افتحك على اللايف. شو الكادو؟ غير الكاسكيت اللي اخذته هلا. شو الكادو؟ شو الكادو؟ شو الكادو؟ شو الكادو؟ شو؟ قلبي. يلا شو الكادو؟
بس يجي عيد ميلادك والله اعطيك.
عن الله.
هلا نحن
12/10 هلا بعد كم يوم عيدة.
شو هلا؟
شو؟ شو بدك تعطيني كادو انت الثاني؟
يوم 2 بعد 10 ايام.
عيد على الانستا سلاحي كله صار بيخاف. لايكو عن جد بس حدا اللي هو بدكم كوبي او شي تعالوا عن مصطفى هيك. بعته اصلية. مش ضروري اذا لبستوا تقليد يعني بتكونوا تقليد. اهم شيء انتم تكونوا اصليين كله يكون اصلي. يلا هاي هاي ورح نخلص الورود وبعدين وين بنروح؟ على الملاهي. يلا تعالوا تعالوا معي. يلا 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 يلا. لا ما بيأثر. نبلش هون. يلا تعالوا معي. هاي
هاي تايم 3 و4.
ثانك يو. عم نبيع ورود. حدا بيحب يشتري منا؟
احنا شوفي التاكسي هون. هلا انت عم تشحدي معهم؟ ايه قصدي عم تبيع معهم؟
عم ساعدهم.
عم تساعديهم؟ سترجعي ستغريات اليوم.
هاي
اهلا.
بدنا نساعد الشباب. حدا بيحب يشتري ورود؟
ورود؟
ايه.
لا والله انا معي ريحه طرفان. بس مين حدا رزيق؟
انا فترة اخر. يلا ما في حدا. صح التليفون لا
لا تخافي انا حدك كان يسجل.
انا هون بدالي هون.
انا هون.
يلا كده.
يلا اسمع.
لا هاي. حابين انكم تحبوا تشتروا ورود؟
بس انا شايفك بس.
شايفني؟
عندي بدنا نولع الجو.
مش انت انجي؟
ايوه.
تمام.
منيحة. فبس حبيت انه هيك فرجي العالم وعم نساعدهم هيك. وبما انه فاتحة لايف فحبيت لكم حدا بيحب يشتري ورود.
انا بشتري صراحه.
يلا بس مكانك مالك ما بدك تشتري بس شفتك بدك تشتري. اكيد لان هاي دي بدنا
انت بدنا سيلفي.
كيف؟
ايه فوتي تفضلي.
ما حد بين. في فلاش قدام؟
بدك تصوركم؟
يا ريت. خلص هون.
يلا بس لحظة.
فينا ناخذ بس سيلفي صور.
ايه اكيد.
بسوي
بعده عن هون.
ثانك يو.
ثانك يو لك. سوري. يلا تعالوا لهون. وين صار؟ عم نساعدهم، حدا بحب يشتري ورود، فاتحين لايف.
قد ايه الواحد؟
قد ما بدك.
لا خلص.
ما اعرف والله. لا
الله يرضى.
حبيبنا الجهات اعطيني بدي اعطيك 20,000.
ما معي.
خلص يردوا له الباقي، خذ الباقي.
يعني كيف يعني؟ ما رح يعطينا.
بدك تسبحي لنا اياها.
لا على القلة.
انا والله بدي اعطيه من 20 بس ما بدي اعطيك كمان.
طب اوكي خلص ما في معكم صرافه؟
انا معك شغل التحسين. هيدا الشرح
حرشتوا للزلمه.
يعني لكن 20,000.
طب خلص يلا هلا انا بعد برجع بعطيكم.
ايه بس
حرشتوا للزلمه.
يا عمي تعودنا ازاي.
ما عملت له ما دخلك احسن ما دعوسك بالجاي.
عمو هيدا
احترم.
ولد.
ما يحترم يحترم.
عمو هيدا
بعتذر
انت مقبول.
بعتذر عنه.
عنجي بدي اسالك سؤال.
ايه.
انت بتعرفي واحد اسمه سو نبيك؟
لا نحن هلا على اللايف.
ما معي خبر. انت نزل على الفيسبوك.
انا ماني على الفيسبوك، هو العالم عم بينزلوا لي، انا بس انستا.
خليكي معي. تفضلي معي شوي. هذا تواصل معك، هذا ابني.
هذا اوكي.
بعزك كثير بحبك، بتصور عليك انا بعت لي اياها.
خلص
بس انا ما اخذت
رجعنا شوي لورا.
اخذت ورده للصبيه.
خلص انا
رجعوا لورا
بعطيكم
شوي.
هي المساري معي. اوكي
رجع لورا.
بس خلي
رجع لورا.
اعطيناها كثير.
رجع لورا انت وياه شوي، رجع لورا.
اوكي يلا.
اوكي يلا 1 2 3.
جو.
اوكي حبيبي يا انجو.
هلا انت بدك تقسمينا.
يلا اوكي هلا بقسمكم انا كمان بعطيكم يلا. بس ما في حدا، ما عم نلاقي حدا. ما عم نلاقي حدا.
حتى الشباب عليه بتحب تشتري.
يلا ها.
بس فينا ننزل نحط في قندومة.
لا ما فينا ننزل لتحت. سوري. هلا عرفتني. منيح تذكرتني. يا خلص بلا هالحركات بتوقع. يلا قربوا لهون.
فكرة.
خلينا نخلص. لوين رايحين؟
احنا 20 بيناتنا كلنا.
هلا انا كمان بدي اعطيكم يلا. هلا انا كمان. خلاص بلا هالحركات.
عقبك. خلاص. تحب الشنطة؟ لايكي.
شو؟
حلوة؟
ايه حلوة.
هيدا الشباب. لحظة تمكن هي بتحكي.
لحظة وين صار؟ نحن فاتحين لايف وعم نساعد.
ولا مره طلعت
اوكي طب ما تطلع لايف اذا فيك تساعد بس هول الاطفال.
ساعدهم
ايه
الله يرزقك.
كلهم.
لا مش كلهم. اعطيهم شيء وهن بيقسمون على بعضهم.
انا بعطيهم شيء وهم بيقسموا.
ايه اوكي.
طب اعطيها لإله.
اوكي لا خلص خذوا انتم. انا ما عم بيع ورد، انا عم ساعدهم للولاد. يا الله شو؟ مني بدك تشتري بس انا ما بدي، انا عم ساعدهم للاطفال.
انا ولا ليه
يا سورية. يلا يا اولاد تعالوا لهون. شوفي السيارة. شوفيها السيارة. بس لحظة انا بروح انا بسألهم.
سيح على البيت.
يا هلا.
اهلا.
هاي.
هيدي انت؟
هيدي انا.
عندنا ورد.
عم نبيع ورد، فاتحين لايف. عاملين
انا وياك
بس تعالوا لهون. يلا يا اولاد. لا وش هول الكلاب بعدين. شو؟ عم نساعد هول الاولاد حرام.
عامله معي ضرب انت كثير.
انا عامله معك ضرب؟ ليه بعرفك لحتى اعمل معك ضرب؟ ما بعرفك اصلا. بدك تنقذني؟
هيدول
وقف. انت اللي طلبت لي برايفت نمبر؟ هاي هاي. نحن فاتحين لايف وبدنا نساعد هالاطفال. سوري. اعطوني ورود. لك ما تهجموا هيك على العالم. بوقفها بوقف ساعدكم. ما تهجموا هيك على العالم. اتركوا هي
هسه شو هاي تعبينات. خلي تاخذ المصارية بتاعتنا علينا.
خلص تعالوا لهون، قربوا لهون. ما لك
مدام اعطيها لإلها، اعطيها لإلها.
خلص قربوا لهون.
اعطيها لإلها. زي حية بحق. يلا.
شو؟ ما بيأثر هذا عم يساعد حرام. اوكي ثانك يو. ب5 مليون ليه ما اعطوها بعد وحده؟ اعطوها بعد وحده.
يا تشطيع.
لو بصح لي ساعد كل العالم الفقراء ما بقول لا.
اجا اللي معك.
لا هيدا منه معي. يلا تعالوا لهون.
اعطيني روح.
مين هو؟ خلص هلا خلصنا. يلا بنقول لهم باي وهلا يمكن نروح ملاهي اذا قعدتوا. باي. شو